Okay. Hi, this is Edie with Millrace Center in the Travel Department with an update on what travel looks like right now. We are in winter right now, but spring is coming. Also the end of the COVID virus as we know it. Vaccines are rolling out, and many of you have told me that you're ready to travel. So I'm here with an update on what's happening in our travel department and in general, what's happening in the world of travel, both in the United States and abroad. First of all, let me tell you, I have been traveling a bit. I was in Branson with a group back in December. It was a bus trip, just like we always do. Very few numbers, admittedly. We were at about 20 people, but it was a test trip. It went very well, and we have had no problems with anyone getting sick from that trip. Everyone wore masks. We practiced bubble social distancing, and what that means is when we travel, we'll be our own bubble, just like in your household with your family members. So everywhere we go, we're seated as a bubble. We are at restaurants, kept away from other groups, and at theaters and such. Worked very well. White Star, one of our providers, has reached out to me recently and told me they have taken dozens of bus trips across the country over the last few months and not a single episode of anyone getting ill from those trips. So it is possible to travel and travel successfully. But what we're looking for is for venues to be open, restaurants to be at full capacity as far as their operations, not necessarily their seating, but able to take care of groups again. And of course, all the wonderful sightseeing opportunities, museums, shows that we want to see when we go to a venue, we want those to be open and operating. So because of that, some decisions have been made at the corporate level, not through Millrace Center, but through the bus groups, that travel should be postponed till May or June. In light of that, we've had some date changes, and I'll go through those with you in a few minutes. But come May, we expect to be fully operational and ready to go on the road with you. That's the great news. The flip side of that is the built-up demand for travel is creating sold-out trips all over the world. As a matter of fact, I checked with one of our providers, Colette, just last week, and it's very challenging to get into Ireland anytime this year, starting October on, pretty much August on. Ireland is sold out, and this is something you're going to be facing frequently. People are reserving trips. They are signing up for trips. Our travel partners have been fantastic, absolutely phenomenal at refunding money when it was due, moving trips when needed, or giving credit for future travel. All those credits for future travel, people are booking. So if you have plans to take a trip anywhere in 2021, 2022, and even into 2023 right now, start looking at what you want to do and booking. Otherwise, you will be facing the disappointment of being placed on a wait list, possibly not even getting to travel because there's no room on the bus, the planes, in the hotels, or otherwise for you to be able to travel. So just a word of caution, if this is something you desire to do, you've been pent up long enough and you really want to get out there, start making those plans now. How do you do that? Well, you call me. You get on the phone or by email at travel@millracecenter.org, and you shoot me a note telling me where you want to go. I will do the research, I'll get back to you and help you plan that dream trip, those dream trips that you've been dreaming of all during this lockdown. Well, let's get started with some of those date changes, shall we? Our mystery trip. This is a bus trip, and it is a mystery trip taking place. It was supposed to take place in April, and again, the bus trips have been moved out to later on in the year from May and June on. So this one's been rescheduled to June 2nd through the 7th. If you're already signed up for this, you should have received a phone call from me, but if you can't make it, of course, we can make other arrangements for you. There is still plenty of room on this trip, so if you feel like a rollicking mystery and you're just going to go anywhere I take you, this one is one we haven't done before, and it looks like a fantastic trip. So inquire about the mystery trip if you're interested. Again, those dates are June 2nd through the 7th, and that may open that up to some of you who couldn't go back in April. Our next trip after that is San Antonio. That is going on as scheduled at this time. That one is scheduled for June 12th through the 20th. So because it's in June, this has not changed. Everything is still the same. I usually know about 60 days before a trip is scheduled to depart what the circumstances are, if it's safe to go there, if they're ready for us, and if the trip is going to go. So please put your deposit down on these trips, $25 to hold your space, and then we will communicate with you whether things need to change or not. But you can at least start dreaming with just $25 down on these bus trips. Nova Scotia is still a go, but we are on a wait list. Remember, I told you trips are selling out. This was a big one. We have 2 full buses, but I recommend you get on a wait list if you're still interested. The reason being is because some people will not be able to go. They've been on that list for almost 2 years now to go to Nova Scotia, and circumstances may have changed. They may not be able to travel. They may not feel comfortable traveling. We're not sure about Canada yet, but we're still planning on going in July. Those dates are July 14th through 26th. And again, this price is unbelievable. We've frozen the price now for several years on this. And if it does get delayed again, then I'm sure we can still secure this price. But get on the wait list for this, and people move up that wait list quite quickly. You do not have to pay to be on the wait list for Nova Scotia. Just let us know you're interested so we can call you if a spot opens up. All of you that are signed up for Nova Scotia already, be aware as this time, right now, being February 11th, we do know that this is still on. But things can change. We all have gotten used to that, haven't we? Again, communication is the key. You let us know you want to go, we'll put you on the list, and then we'll communicate from there so that you know all, as updated as we are, you'll know all the information. Washington, D.C. just got moved. This was supposed to take place coming up in May, I believe, and this one got moved to August 19th through the 25th, Washington, D.C. We're hoping everything will be open and operating, and this also gives us time to plan ahead and get into either the Capitol or the White House. So get on the list for Washington, D.C. There's still plenty of room on that trip. New dates, August 19th through 25th. Savannah also got moved from the spring, and this has been moved to September 27th through October 2nd. I had some folks ask me, well, why is that so late? Why did that get moved to the fall? The reason why is heat. It is very hot in Savannah in the summertime, and you don't want to go to Savannah in the summertime. We want to go when it's beautiful and pleasant, and it will be absolutely phenomenal. We'll tour the Golden Islands. We'll be seeing Savannah, the deep south, eating wonderful seafood and southern cooking, and seeing some beautiful sights. There's plenty of room on this trip as well. Again, new due dates, September 27th to October 2nd. Again, $25 down holds your spot on any of these trips. So call Millrace Center Business Office. You don't need to call me. You can call the business office. You call me with questions about the trips. You call the business office to sign up. You can just use a credit card or mail in a check with the name of the trip in the memo. That's how you get signed up for those trips. And of course, the Chattanooga Choo Choo hasn't moved. It's still on for fall. Gorgeous weather, October, beautiful leaves and scenery, and we're going to be going through the mountains. What could be better than taking a few train rides in the fall? These are all the trips for the bus trips that we have so far this year, and we're working on this. We're hoping that they go again, travel as possible. I was at the Grand Canyon just a couple of weeks ago with my husband. Everything went very smoothly. It was just a joy to travel. So things are open. Travel is happening. We're just going to do it when it's safe, comfortable, and when you get the most value for your money going on these trips. We don't want you to miss a thing. Now, I do have some new trips with Colette that are coming out. We'll be doing a separate travel show. Watch for the video on that, on these Colette trips. But these brochures are available now. Once again, if you want to go anywhere in the world, you need to sign up as soon as possible because, as I mentioned, Ireland is almost sold out, but we have saved seats. If you sign up for Ireland for October 6th of this year, you will have reserved seats on those buses, on that plane, and in the gorgeous hotels, even staying in a castle. So if Ireland is on your bucket list, give me a call and I'll get a brochure out to you. These are also going to be posted at Millrace Center on the travel wall if you happen to stop in. We are open. There's a lot of activities happening in the building, but they're socially distanced, and we're doing everything in a very safe manner. But give us a call if you'd like to know what activities are happening at Millrace Center. Pick up your brochures for travel, put down your deposits, and start dreaming. Now, the deposits for Colette trip are different. They are higher, and you do have to pay for your insurance when you sign up. but these are international trips, and there's a lot more to them. These you need to call me directly on to talk about your plans. If you don't want to go to Ireland in October, we can get you in next spring. So let me know if that's on your list and that's what you'd like to do. We also have Reflections of Italy coming up this year. Many of you have dreamed of going to Italy, and I've done this trip. It was fulfilling a lifetime dream to go to the Vatican, to go to Rome, to sit in that wonderful gondola in the canals of Venice, to get to go to Florence and walk in the footsteps of Renaissance masters. This is the trip. If you dream of Italy, this is the trip to take. This is November 8th of 2021. November, Italy, actually it's a great time to go. You're not there to go to the beach. It's moderate temperatures. The climate is very moderate and temperate. It'll be chilly. You're going to need a sweater and a jacket. You can layer up, but there are no crowds. There aren't the massive crowds, so you get to walk right up to the Statue of David. You get to take your time in the Sistine Chapel looking around. So this is the best time of year to get to go to Italy. So we've got that reserved. Again, we have about 10 to 15 spots on each of these trips being held for us, but they only hold them for a short period of time, a couple of months. So we need to have you signing up by June 1st on these trips. You also get an extra incentive from us. You get an extra $150 off any of these trips if you sign up by June 1st. And all you'll need is your deposit and the insurance, but you will save an extra $150 signing up by June 1st. That's above any offer Colette is making. That is above any reward money that you have with Colette, any loyalty money. So keep that in mind. This will be in the newsletter that's coming out, but you can also give me a call if you have any questions. We also have magical Christmas markets. This is December 2nd, and if you're a Christmas person, if you love Christmas, this is something to not be missed. The magical Christmas markets, you go to Innsbruck, Austria. You stay in a gorgeous hotel in the Alpine areas, and then every day you go down into different villages and visit their magical Christmas markets. You can smell the mulled wine, you can eat the gingerbread, you can buy those once-in-a-lifetime gifts in the markets, and they are handmade. They're just treasures that you can hand down to generations of your family and just be in the moment, be in that wonderful, crisp, cold air. It's going to be snowing, almost guaranteed, but everything's taken care of for you. You don't have to worry about how to get to places. You don't have to carry your own luggage. You don't have to worry about snow and ice or any of those things because Colette takes care of every detail. So you can just go and enjoy and make those lifetime memories. If Christmas is your thing, look into doing this in December of 2021. We have some other trips coming up with Colette. This is a big one, tropical Costa Rica. Opposite end of the spectrum. Maybe you want to do both. Maybe you want to get nice and chilly in December and live that Christmas spirit, but by February 14th of 2022, you're over it and you want to be warm, go to Costa Rica. Tropical Costa Rica is a fantastic nature lover's dream. You actually stay in a tropical resort. One day is actually dedicated to the spa, spending the day at the spa. You get to go into the forest and see the animals and the birds and the different flora and fauna. If you're the adventurous type, you could even take the, I'm not sure what they call that, but the run, where you jump on the rope and go through the canopy. Zip line, that's the word. Zip line through the canopy. That's included in this trip. It's one of your options on tour. You don't have to do it, but it is included if you'd like to do it. So let me know if tropical Costa Rica is something that's been on your bucket list for a while. We have some other trips. Again, I've got a Colette representative coming that's going to do a travel show. They'll have the board up and show you the beautiful pictures and all the things that are included. I just wanted to give you a heads up on what's coming, and that is a lot of adventure, a lot of travel. The world is going to open up to all of us again, and I hope you're ready. I'm going to be ready. And we're going to want to take on not only the United States and all our wonderful bus trips, but the whole world. Let's get back to traveling safely. I don't know if vaccines are going to be required by any individual country. That will be communicated to you, and that's always a choice. Right now, none of that is being required by Milray Center or by any of our travel partners that you must be vaccinated before you can take a trip. That is not required. Going into other countries, that will be something that will be discussed and disclosed as you go through the process. And if it is required and you do not choose to do that, then you do have that as an option to exit the trip and not go. So all these things are taken care of. We're making it as easy as possible for you, as safe as possible for you, and we want you to get out there and enjoy life again, travel, make those new memories. This is Edie with Milray Center. I know I've given you a lot of information, but I wanted to update you on the world of travel. We will get back out there and travel again. Take care.